Back in December, Anthropic released something called Skills for Claude Code. And since then, OpenAI adopted the same format. Google adopted it, and now 146 companies are backing it as the open standard. This is not a small feature update, and in this video, I'm going to build a skill from scratch that responds to Google reviews, and then I'm going to install a professional skill straight from Anthropic's GitHub page in less than 60 seconds. No code, you don't need to be technical. We're building, installing, and testing all live. But first, let me actually show you what these look like when they're working. Okay, so the first skill that we're going to be showing off is our Google review skill. We have 3 reviews here. We're going to ask Claude to respond to all 3 of these reviews. We have a positive, a negative, and a mixed review, and we're going to see what kind of responses it comes up with. Keep in mind, you can take all your Google reviews and plug them into Claude, and it'll respond to every single one of them individually by your tone. So let's go ahead, kick this off, and see what happens. Okay, so Claude Code came back. It classified every single review as positive, negative, and mixed, and provided us with specific responses that we can just copy and paste into our responses. Something that manually can take a long time if you have a lot of reviews, and now it takes seconds and you just copy and paste a couple of responses. Okay, this skill I know a lot of small business owners are going to appreciate because invoicing is a headache. So we're actually going to have Claude Code generate all of our invoices from one single prompt. So we have our prompt here. We're going to send this off and I'll get back to you guys with the PDF that it generates. Okay, so just from that one prompt, here's our PDF. Keep in mind, we don't have any brand guidelines set up or anything like that, but super simple. One prompt, 3 minutes later, we have a whole invoice that we can send off to a customer. So what are skills actually? And this is probably the simplest way to think about it. You know, when you hire a new employee and you probably hand them something like a binder, here's how you answer the phone, here's how you handle this situation, here's how you close out a job site. That binder is essentially a skill, an instruction manual, but for Claude instead of a person. Skills work on 3 different levels. Level 1, which is the label on the outside of the binder, Claude reads this to know when to open the skill. Level 2 is the actual instructions inside. Think of it like a step-by-step process. And level 3, reference material, templates, examples, style guides. Claude only pulls those out when it actually needs them. If you've ever heard of MCPs before, those are the tools. The drill, the wrench, the pipe cutter. Skills are the actual instructions on how to use those tools. MCPs are the hands, skills are the actual recipe. You're gonna need both. And the best part is you write one of these skills one time and then Claude can use it forever. If you've ever had the thought cross your mind about how your business could leverage AI automation and you just don't know where to start, it's totally okay. You're not alone. That's exactly what we do here at Deep Rooted AI. There's no need for you or your staff to learn any of this stuff. We build it for you. Custom AI solutions, ongoing support, tailored to how your business actually runs. Use the link in my description to visit my website and book a discovery call with me today. Okay, so here we are in our VS Code instance using the Claude Code extension. We've typed in a quick prompt here. We're going to turn this into plan mode. Plan mode essentially is me telling Claude Code what I want. It proposes a plan. I approve that plan, and then we watch it build the whole thing out. One folder, one skill.md file, and we'll have a skill that responds to any Google review, positive or negative, in your business's tone and voice. Super simple process. So I'm going to go ahead, send this prompt off to Claude Code and see what kind of plan it comes back with. Okay, so Claude Code came back with a plan. Before we dive into that plan, I want to show you guys what's happening a little bit before that. While it's creating this plan, it's actually going through our existing skills and checking out the structure to make sure that everything is formatted properly and then it matches our previous skills that we've created. Then it comes up with the actual plan. So it gives us context, what files we're going to go ahead and create. It also gives us the exact copy of the above file that we want here so we can check it locally. And then it's going to do some verification. This plan looks good to me, so I'm going to click yes and auto accept, and then we're going to get cooking on this thing. Okay, Claude Code finished up the plan. We have our skill.md file in our folder here. We can go ahead and scroll through this. Let me just drag it over a little bit so you guys can see it better. We have these skills. So this is classify a Google business review and draft a personalized owner response for deep-rooted plumbing. It tells you what the skill does. It gives you a whole markdown format of all the steps that is required, how its tone needs to be by classification, whether it's a positive, mixed, or negative review. You know, we have a couple of examples there as well. And that was literally one prompt. And then we created a plan and created an entire skill. And now obviously keep in mind, we didn't do any real planning here. We just told it to create a skill, but we could fine tune this to your business and however way you wanted it to be. So however long you want to make the planning process of creating a skill, make it very fine tuned to you, you can, right? But for the sake of this video, we just did a quick skill and now we're going to actually test that out. So I have a quick review here. We're going to say respond to this review. It's a 5-star review, very positive. We'll send it off. It's going to use that skill now and create a response to the review. You can see now that it classified it as a positive review and then it responds like we would respond. So it says, thank you so much for the kind words. Saturday morning emergencies are never ideal. You guys get the point. Very nice tone. And then it always signs off as Casper, the owner of Deep Rooted Plumbing. I might start a plumbing business. We'll see. Right now I'm focused on the AI automation agency. Didn't want to just show you guys a positive review. I want to show you guys that this actually works. So now we're going to send in a negative review and see how we respond to it. Okay, so we used our Google review response skill and it came back now. It says the classification was negative. And then, we're apologizing here, doing our best to satisfy the customer, obviously. And then again, we sign off with our own name. I want to do one more test, and that's with a mixed review and see what happens. Okay, so now we're going to send in a 3-star review. That's a mixed review. So it's neither positive or negative, and we're going to see how our skill classifies it. There we go. Claude Code came back. It's a mixed classification. And then we obviously respond in the correct way. And then we sign off as the owner. So you guys saw this skill took less than 5 minutes to create. Obviously a very basic idea of what's capable here. The more time you spend actually planning out a skill to your workflow, the better this stuff is going to be. But there is absolutely no reason that in your day-to-day you shouldn't be using these Claude skills to save yourself some time. All right, so that was building a skill from scratch. One folder, one skill.md, plan mode, done. But here's where it gets even better. You don't have to build every skill yourself. There's already a library of skills that you can install in seconds. So let me show you. So this is Anthropic's official GitHub skill repository. It's got over 77,000 stars rating. If we hop into the actual skills folder here, these are all the skills that we can go ahead and plug into our Claude Code instance. So the one we're going to be testing out here is the PDF skill, but like you have access to so many different types of skills, brand guideline skills, front end design skills, which is awesome for websites, a skill creator skill to help you create your own skills. If we go ahead and click into the PDF skill, you guys see we have the skill.md file. We can actually hop into the skill.md file as well. This gives you an exact description of everything that the tool does. We can scroll through here, see everything that we need. But what we are really worried about is actually installing this into Claude Code and actually generating an invoice from it. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so in order to actually install these skills, we're gonna have to run 2 commands in the Claude Code terminal. So not in our extension in VS Code, we're gonna have to go up to terminal and select new terminal. This will spin up a new terminal for us. And then all we need to do is type in Claude. Claude will then kick off a new instance in our terminal. Then we just need to plug in 2 commands. The first one being this one. Don't worry, it'll be all in the resource guide below. I'm not actually gonna go ahead and click enter here because I've already have these skills installed globally on my PC. So we're all good there. That was the first command. And then after that command, once those skills are installed, you'll have to type in this one, which is actually installing all the document skills and the Anthropic agent skills. Once you run that skill, we can actually click out of the terminal and you'll know all these skills are installed if you just type in /skills, and then you'll have all your skills listed here. So we have the web app testing, brand guidelines, the PDF. We have all the skills that we saw in that GitHub repository, all installed globally on our PC. Now that we have the skills installed, we can actually go ahead, test this PDF skill in Claude Code, have it generate an invoice for us just so you guys can see in real time how quickly we did this. We're going to tell Claude Code to use the PDF skill to create a professional invoice for us. So this is all the information that we need on the invoice. Let's go ahead, send this off, and see what Claude Code comes back with. Okay, so our invoice was generated. Here's all the information, the customer information, and then what the PDF features, a dark navy header, organized line items. Let's actually go ahead and open up this PDF now. Okay, so here's the PDF that it generated. Obviously, we didn't give it any branding or anything. We just told it some basic information, but you guys can see deep-rooted plumbing. It's got all the information correct here, and we spun that up in about less than a minute, and the whole PDF was created, and we can send this off to a customer and save hours of time. Now, again, keep in mind, we didn't do anything. We just said, use the PDF skill to create an invoice, right? We have that branding guideline skill that you could plug in all your brand guidelines into and then create a really custom personalized PDF to your business. But again, for the sake of this video, we're just making these really quick to show you guys how fast you can actually spin these skills up and immediately save time to benefit your business. I want you to really think about what just happened. We went from building a custom skill from scratch to installing a professional grade skill in 2 commands. And because this is now the open standard, the same skill.md format works in OpenAI's Codex, Google Gemini's CLI, Cursor, Obsidian, and a ton more tools. You build it once and it works everywhere. That's never existed before in AI tooling. If you're wondering how a guy like me who knew nothing about AI automation or coding 6 months ago is now actively making money with AI, I highly recommend that you join my friend Nate's school community, AI Automation Society Plus. You'll join over 3,500 members actively making money with AI. You'll get access to a ton of courses that teach you how to master N8N, use Claude Code, and even build your own brand on YouTube. Use the link in my description to join the community today, and I hope to see some of you in there very soon. So let's take a quick step back. We built a custom skill from scratch using plan mode. Then we installed a professional grade skill from GitHub in 2 commands, 2 completely different workflows, and both took minutes, not hours. And here's what I really want you to understand. These are not prompts that you paste in every single time. These run forever whenever you need to call on them. Every time you ask Claude to respond to a review, it follows your rules, your tone, and your examples. Every time you need an invoice, the PDF skill handles the formatting, the layout, the math. You teach it once. You can build your own, you can install them from the community, and wherever this AI space goes next, you can bring your skills along with it. As always, if you've gotten any value from this video, drop a like, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. I'll be dropping videos every single Tuesday and Friday, and leave a comment down below. What skill would you build first? For your business, for your team, for your personal workflow? Drop it in the comments. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, As some of you know, something I like to do at the end of all my videos is pray for you guys, my audience, because I really do believe in the power of prayer, and I really want to see you guys be successful and live a very happy, fruitful life. I know that this might be a little bit weird, and it kind of is, but that's okay. If it's not for you, please feel free to click off the video. I hope you stay, but I can't control that. Anyways, enough of me yapping. I'm going to go ahead and pray for you guys. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you so much for the person on the other side of the screen. Thank you that they took time out of their day to watch my videos. Lord, I just want you to bless their journey. If they're into the tech stuff, if they're into the AI stuff, Lord, I just know that this space gets very overwhelming, and I just pray that you give them clarity, that you give them wisdom to not chase after every new shiny object. And Lord, just trust that you have a plan for them, and that you just continue to bless their path, and continue to give them clarity, Lord. Lord, I just want to pray a blessing over their business, over their families, over their health. I just know that in today's world, things get rough. It's so easy to get depressed and anxious, and um, you know, times are tough. And I just want you to be present in their lives in any way you can, Lord. I just pray that they lay their plans out at your feet, because you intend all things for good, and you'll always take care of us. Lord, I just pray for that they have the wisdom to continue to serve their customers the way they should be served, with a giving heart, and always remember that people over money. Don't let us worship money. Let us be ready to serve other people and make other people's days. I pray all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, now go have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.